Hi, how are you? This is gonna be a different thing. I'm trying to do a vlog thingy. I hope you're okay, I really do. I am currently in the middle of packing. I'm stuck book-wise. I know I want to take at least one small book with me in my carry-on or whatever, because it's gonna be a long flight and I don't know how I'm gonna do. But I know that I need to read, so I'm thinking this one, The Broken Wings by Khalil Gibran. I've been loving Khalil Gibran lately, and I'm thinking this one, or maybe The Wisdom of Life by Arthur Schopenhauer. I love this cover, first of all. Second of all, I've been getting more and more into philosophy and stuff like that, so one of these two. Also, I started If We Were Villains, and I wish I didn't. I am loving it so far. But now I'm confused because I'm going to the Sahara, and I know that there's like a lot to do. My program is literally like filled and booked and everything. I'm not gonna have time to read, and I wish I didn't start this. I started this yesterday and I'm loving it, and I wish I waited until after the trip, but it was all spontaneous. I don't know, like I'm trying my best not to take a lot with me to be engaged, but maybe I'm gonna take If We Were Villains, just like to read at night or whatever, and these on the plane, because your girl gets nervous. Your girl needs to read. Packing when you're a bookworm is literally one of the harder things that you can ever do, because I'm trying my best to not take a lot of books. I'm trying my best to just like go and enjoy myself and maybe take one small, like 100-page book, and I've already picked 3. So I'm gonna have to settle for not taking my like bigger ring light and the tripod for the ring light, because it literally, like, it wouldn't even fit. I have space for it, like I'm trying to have space for it. For the undercarriage, it has most of the stuff really, and on the carry-on I'm just gonna take a tiny little book to try to keep myself in check. We're trying to socialize, so we're not gonna be dependent on books, so I only took 3. But yeah, I'm gonna have to settle for the smaller one that attached to the phone. I literally rolled out of bed at 5. It's now 5 and I haven't slept yet. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I haven't slept. I didn't sleep yesterday after I packed and all the day, so it's been now more than 24 hours and I am beat. But it's fine. My flight leaves in like an hour or something, and I need to get ready. And I settled on a book. I took 3, the 3 that I was picking from. I took all of them because I couldn't settle. I've been loving the, what is this? Maybelline Superstay ink crayon, these ones. And this is Trust Your Gut number 10. I love them so much. They're so smooth and so sweet and kind to me, and they make me feel loved. Anyways, I went ahead and got the 105 On the Grind. I hate that name so much, and I've been overlining the shit out of my lips and catfishing everyone on my TikTok. Everyone that's on here because of my TikTok that calls me pretty or whatever, it's all a delusion. I would mix it with the vinyl, the Maybelline vinyl. It's the best thing that I've ever put on my lips. Right to sleep. Does anyone else get that looks so sus? I'm shaking the Maybelline thing. Does anyone else get super, and I mean super anxious about literally anything? A flight, I get it, you get anxious, fine, it's a flight, it's a long flight, at that you get anxious, whatever. But even like if I had a doctor appointment or whatever, I swear to God, I will not sleep. Like the entire night, I'd be like, okay, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna get ready, you're gonna go, you're gonna get there, go inside, say hi, like step by step in my brain to prepare me. And it's like an invisible checklist in my brain, and I want to know if anyone else like has that type of anxiety. I don't think I have anxiety, but does anyone else have that type of thing where they just have to comfort themselves? Like, I be literally confident myself step by step. Like, you're gonna go, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna talk to them, and then when they talk to you, this is what you're gonna say. It's literally the dumbest shit ever. But if you do it, me too. Okay, I finished. We have on Kermit the Frog sweatpants and my dad parents undershirt that literally has a tag in the collar that says undershirt. Also Air Force Ones, because I will die in them. This is it, because what would you wear to an airport at 6 in the morning? I made it early, actually, so that's cool. We just boarded. I am halfway through, and I think I should have brought more than 3, because I'm finished almost with the first one, and we still have like hours to get there. So on the opposite note, they gave us this chocolate cake, and it's so freaking good. I love it so much. Yay. Just got into the room and it's absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. That's the bed and the little hanger and the little pirate door thingies. It's literally like super freaking perfect, and it's just it's just so cute. I did want to talk about something though, like really quick. So I'm here alone, right? And there are like people here, friends and families and stuff like that. And I don't know, like it felt a little bit lonely. I like being alone, and I like being alone here right now, but it felt a little bit lonely. And right now there was this group of girls and it just, I don't know, it just felt a little isolating. They saw me alone. They're like, oh, you're traveling alone, why don't you come with us, like have lunch with us or whatever? And I did, and I felt so freaking weird because I didn't know what they were talking about, and they didn't include me and stuff. And there was this one girl that was trying, and then the same girl didn't want to stay with me. Not that I'm complaining or anything, I'm literally sharing this just to let you know that if you ever feel isolated, then you're not alone. And I'm about to cry, but I'm okay. It was a long freaking flight, and I'm almost done with Broken Wings. I actually didn't want to finish it on the flight because I was literally going to sleep and I couldn't concentrate on the words, and it's a book that needs to be concentrated on. So I'm gonna change and stuff, freshen up or whatever, and I'm going to sit back and talk to you about it. So I'm currently staring at this. I don't know how anyone expects anyone to do any sort of reading. I escaped to the Sahara Desert because I got a little bit depressed. And we are currently in just a palm tree fest. Just a palm tree fest basically, and I literally have this whole thing to myself. I feel like a queen and I deserved it, and I feel happy about that. Went to this cave thingy right now. I met this dude, old man. He's from here, and he like completely just gave me like a 2-hour free lesson, like the entire history of the place, the entire history of the people, the slave market. And it's incredible that things like this happen, and it's something that we don't really know about. It's not something that people know about. It's not places that people study about, that people teach, that people know really. And it's sad because it's both a beautiful place and history. It's not just history of a certain, always hated. Like when people would say that it's just history of a certain place, because it's not. It's world history, and world history is something that is worth sharing. So I just went to see the complete water system, and it's incredible. The system that they hand make, it's not like workers or special people that do this shit. It's common people. They literally live here and build this entire system. It's underground, and the entire thing, it's like it snakes across miles and miles and miles, and it's genius. And all like the entire system leads to one certain point where they pump water. It's really both ingenious and incredible, resourceful. Like
تاجرزي
this angle is questionable, but I finished the Broken Wings. Yes, the Broken Wings book, and it's a 5. It's a 5. There were some questionable times. Definitely there were some questionable times where it like felt a little weird, because on religion it like shat on religion, and whether I personally agree or disagree with those views, I still don't really like it because it feels like it distances certain readers. So like that was my only ick, but that lasted for like 2 seconds, and then I finished it, and I can't like explain how good it has to be for me to finish it now, because I'm not in the situation. Not that I'm not in the mood, I am, but like I'm not in the situation to be reading. I'm like on a vacation or whatever. But the writing is incredible. It follows the POV of a man that I forgot the name of. I don't even think they were named, if I'm completely honest. And Selma, a woman who he absolutely loves, and meets her in a situation, and it is set in old Lebanon, and it's a tragic love story, and it feels like the preface, I'm not gonna use that word again, it feels like the, I don't know, like the base of love stories, like what love stories should be like, if that makes any sense. Actually, after reading it, I'm planning to maybe make a little like 3-hour video of me just reading it to you, just in case the book isn't available to you, because it's that good. Like I want you to have it, I want you to have the same experience that I have reading it, or maybe I'm gonna do chapter by chapter, I don't know, but I want to share it with you. But yeah, it ended up being 5 stars, definitely. The writing is one of the most beautifully written book that I've ever read in my entire life, and the more I read from Khalil Gibran, the more I become obsessed. Yeah. I gotta tell you, the setting of where I am right now, like the traditional setting, and reading that book, and then like there's sand everywhere here and camels and shit, and then like seeing that, it may have been the factor that made this jump to a 5 stars, because I was literally experiencing the things that they were talking about. Like, yeah, but still, it was amazing. It follows the entire story of him before meeting her, and then meeting her, and after, and what happens, and the tragedy that comes with unlimited and unrequited love and limited love. It has a lot of quotes and a lot of views, a lot of philosophical thoughts and ideas and opinions that would benefit a lot of people, and that I personally found that a lot of people would like to carry with them, really. Yeah, it's one hell of a book, and one hell of a way of writing. It's like you read it and then you remember that someone actually had these thoughts, someone actually wrote this about someone, and it puts you in perspective of like what a person can do, what love can do, and it was absolutely incredible. I do have another book that I would like to start, but I don't know if I'm gonna start it now or not. I have The Wisdom of Life by Arthur Schopenhauer, and I know dude's writing is heavy and like you need brain meat to understand stuff and to, you know, to connect stuff, to connect dots together and whatnot. And I think I'm going, because I'm leaving tomorrow, so I think I'm just gonna chill today and have, you know, explore and whatnot, and then tomorrow I will read it on the plane, and that will conclude 2 books in my vacation. we're back home, sadly. Not gonna lie, I got home last night. Yes, and I slept for hours, and it's the next day, evening of the next day, and I just woke up. It was a sad moment because I wanted to stay there, and I'm definitely going back. It was such a beautiful place with incredibly beautiful people inside and out, like the most hospitable people, the nicest, kindest people that I've ever met in my life are there. Like literally everywhere I go, literally, like I be outside and they're just like waving and smiling and saying hi, and so many of them like gave me gifts. And if you ever wanted to visit any place in the Sahara, don't hesitate. It's really, really worth it. Book-wise, I did start reading it on the plane, and I couldn't read much because I made friends with this I made friends with someone that sat next to me, and they were Italian, and I want to visit Italy, and they were just like, oh my god, you should. And then we just didn't stop talking, and there was this group of Italian, and I'm Arab, and we are loud people, like very, very loud people, right? And this is the first time that I've met an equal. There was this group of Italians. They were so fucking loud. They were so loud, and I can understand a little bit. And they were like, they could be talking about literally like the most normal thing ever, and they'd just be loud and smiling and stuff. And that was super, super nice. And it was like the first time in my trip. I met so many tourists, and the first time in my trip that I met, this isn't about the book, I'm sorry. The first time in my trip that I met tourists who were as smiley as I am, like they would just smile for no reason. So hi to the group of Italians that I met on the plane. I love you so much, and you made the hours long flight so much better. Now back to the book. I don't know how to feel. First of all, I started and I loved it. I was like, this is one of the best books that I've ever read in my entire life. And I absolutely loved it. I thought it was amazing. The way it handled stuff is absolutely amazing. So The Wisdom of Life by Arthur Schopenhauer is all about life. This is a non-fiction self-helpy book, philosophical ideal self-helpy book. And it is not something that I gravitate towards ever, but it's still something that I would recommend for the first part. I absolutely loved the first part. It's split into four. 1, the vision of the subject. 2, personality, what a man is. 3, property, what a man has. 4, position, or a man's place in the estimation of others. The first one, personality, property, I loved so much. It's all about how a person's own happiness and content isn't in what they have and isn't in the company they keep, and no other things outside of our head can control how we feel and how happy we get and how content we are in life. Only us, we can control that. Only we can do that, and no amount of material things, no amount of friendships can do that for us if we don't start doing it for ourselves first. And it's something that I wholeheartedly agree with, and I'm a message that I push like vehemently. Like one point where I started being a little icky about it, where I was just like yuck, where I was just like iffy about it, is how repetitive it was. So the repetitiveness, I didn't like that. It was cool at first because it was trying to push its message, and I liked that at first, and then it started getting repetitive, and then again and again, and I just found myself just literally inwardly saying, oh my fucking God, I know. Please stop. I know already. Yes, okay, fine, I'm happy. I know, stop. I was self-helped by this book, by how repetitive it was. It was like pushing the narrative so hard into my brain that it's stuck in there now. And then the last part, the honor part, is just where I just wanted to skip, and it's a shame because it's a short book. This edition is 150 something pages, and other editions are also like 96, 90, 100. It's a short book, but I just wanted to skip the last part because of the honor thing. it turned into like a manual on dueling and fighting, and maybe it has some other like thoughts and it's not literal, but I took it literal and I just didn't like it. Also, the slight misogyny and racism, literally it was like normal, and then it says it's known that the loudest group of people it uses a slur, the N-word, and it's also known that they are like the least I forgot the fucking quote and I'm not gonna look for it, but it's also known that they are the least intelligent people. So like the louder you are, the least intelligent you are. I'm looking back at my videos, I'm like super loud, which kind of makes sense. Anyways, just ignore it. But yeah, that was a little bit of racism that was not needed. And then the favoritism. If you don't know, that Schopenhauer is German, I think. He's German. And I get it. Pride. I like my country too. Like, yes, go Germany. We like it. We like our country. We like pride. We like to be proud of our country. Yes, cool. But there was favoritism towards Germany, like to it. Like you can literally, like a blind person can see it. Like, oh my God, you can know. Helen Keller can look at this book and be like, yes, favoritism. It shat on France, it shat on Arabs, it shat on everyone and every race except for Germans. Okay? Okay? Misogyny. You can literally be reading and it's cool and it's making sense and it's self-helpy and it's amazing and the writing is amazing and it's genius at times, and then you'll be like, a woman can attend to this, a woman can, I don't know. And there's just like some points that I just didn't agree with, but other than that, I liked it. It was a 3. It started as a 4. It started as a 5, actually. Like the first 20-30 pages I've read, I was like, this is the best book that I've ever read in my entire life. This is a 5. And I was like, oh my God, racism. No, this is like a 4 now. Oh my God, misogyny. Chill, daddy. Like, this is a 3.5. And then we got to the honor part and it wouldn't shut the fuck up. She says while she's been recording for 30 fucking minutes and would not shut the fuck up. And I just could not handle it. And it literally like got to a point where it started like giving us dueling advice and how to restore your honor advice. And it was like literally, if a man slaps you, you need to do like 10 push-ups in public or something to restore your honor. And I was just like so confused, but I would still recommend, and I would still recommend it. But you can literally like skip the last part. Often people's heads are a wretched place to be the home of a man's true happiness. That is something that I love. There are a lot of quotes and a lot of things that you can literally take and live by that I wholeheartedly agree with. But as a whole, a 3. It's there, and it's the last part that ruined it. Okay, I don't know how this video is gonna turn up. I really don't. I have so many things from here and there, and I don't know if I filmed a lot of things that I wanted to film. And this is my first time doing a travel vlog thingy, so I go around. I'm a hoe. So let me know if you like this, and I'll definitely do more. Let me see you in... I actually don't know where I want to go next, but I'm gonna see you somewhere. And I hope this turns out cool and entertaining. And let me know of the like correlation of me talking and the travel things and the book stuff. I don't know if it's gonna be a mess, or it's either gonna be a chaotic mess or like just a cool cohesive, I don't know, but I'm gonna try to make it cohesive as much as I can. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip, and yeah, I love you, and I'm going to see you next video. Bye.